Yep, the recording has indeed. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You ain't no friend of me.
Okay, good. Alright, so, when we last left off, you had all arrived at the gates of Custer.
Custard? I don't like custard.
Custer.
Can we get
Like,
a place of custard?
I mean, you might find some custard in there if you look.
You gotta check, you gotta roll a really good discovery.
Uh,
I mean, hey, let's go inside the city of Custer.
Should we?
yeah.
We're never gonna get anywhere if we don't, are we?
What if we just turned around and wandered?
What if we just stayed here? What if we just?
Alright,
sat
fuck
down
these
and-
guys, I'm going in. Just, I don't care.
Alright, yeah. There are two guards stationed outside the gates. They hail you.
Hail.
Hail.
Hello. Where are you traveling from?
We're stopping in for a little while until we can decide our next destination.
Business or pleasure?
Business.
Very well. Have you had contact with the Confederacy yet?
Taz has to think for a moment. Just scratch. I came from that direction. Is Tanzas Confederacy?
Oh, yes, of course. You're coming from the road, obviously. Very well. Welcome in. And, they have the gates lowered. You to enter Custer.
Mm-hmm.
You mean raised?
Nice.
Yeah, lowered.
There's a moat?
No, it pops out of the ground. It's all fancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aren't they
So, yeah.
fancy boys?
You enter into, Custer, which, for the uninitiated, looks a lot like, 1880s New York. There's, a lot of, square building. Hold on, let me get a good image. Right here. That's, like, the general image you want.
Oh, that looks like a nice place.
There
Oh.
are, a lot of people ride around on horseless carriages. That is to say, the kind of carriage you'd usually see being pulled by a horse being instead pulled by nothing. But riding all the same.
It's very interesting.
Spooky.
Horses.
No
such
horses.
Yeah. And, by the way, your unicorn had to be stabled outside the city gates.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I'll come back there soon. Don't just behave. Nay.
Now then,
Yee.
you came here for a specific reason, did you not,
Aracron.
Taz?
I am here
Yeah.
for Aracron. I'm here to have the magical items examined now. I'm obviously going to take the cloak that I found, but if anyone else wants to give the magic items to me for a moment, and I'll take them to get examined as well. No, you guys can be coming with me.
Yeah, I hand over the Tome of Suck.
Yep.
Oh, alright.
The crown. Should we have that? Have a look at that as well.
Yeah, we should probably look at the crown.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not going to pop that on I'm not going to pop that on anyone's head.
You're not gonna touch it with your bare flesh?
No.
You take care not to touch it with your bare flesh?
I take care not to touch it with my bare flesh. I put on a pair of gloves.
Okay.
Made of bear flesh.
Wait a minute. Is that my crown?
Oh,
You don't... Yes, that is the crown. It's not your crown. Don't touch it.
I want to touch it.
Leon, do you touch it?
I'm gonna go and try and touch it.
Ooh.
Can I... Can I, oppose this?
Yes, you can. Oppose dexterity. Let's do this. Both Leon and Taz roll dex.
Ah, finally, PvP.
Shit, I need to take off my thing.
I'll roll first, because I'm nice.
Wait,
Even though
hold on.
he
I
should-
have to do the thing. I have to do the thing.
What thing?
What are you doing?
Edgar.
The speed divination, and I can ask a question. What
Alright.
happens if he touches it?
He will be compelled to take it and put it on his head.
What happens if he puts it on his head?
He becomes an asshole.
Yeah, essentially.
Isn't he already an asshole?
Well,
Good take.
everybody immediately, like, as soon as he starts to talk. Well, the magic, it works like this. when he's not talking, people see him as regal and noble, but when he starts talking, everybody immediately finds him incredibly obnoxious.
Oh, so like normal.
Yeah,
but
we all
enhanced.
said it just kind of magnifies what's already there.
Alright, so.
You know, I said I'm gonna roll first, but seeing as Swede is the active one here, you know, and I'm the reactive one, he should roll first.
Yeah, Swede, roll.
I'm gonna give a +1 to Snake.
Alright.
Right, roll plus bonds, aid or interfere.
No. It's his timely advice.
Oh, okay.
So Edgar, like before any of that even starts, Edgar says, "He's gonna get the crown. He's gonna
Okay.
touch the crown."
So this is +1. I'm probably gonna fail,
Yeah.
knowing my luck anyway, but... Oh,
it's
even.
matched.
It's matched. What happens
Holy
on a
shit.
match?
I'll say you two are... He hasn't touched it, but you two are now, like, in a scuffle. Almost like this was divined somewhere by a certain geyser.
Alright. Here's what... So, does that mean we have to roll again to keep going, like, try and think
Now,
up a new
Leon,
maneuver?
you're flashing back. You remember the vision geyser telling you that you would wind up fighting Taz over the crown
Huh.
and punching him in the face.
I'll punch him in the face. No, wait.
Wait, is this Taz's bad fortune?
It
Does
might
it
be.
all come together? With
It might
such
be.
a
This is...
moment.
I want to. If it is, I want to spin the hold to fucking prevent this calamity.
Ooh.
Alright, I got an idea to stop this.
So...
But if he's spending that hold, do you know what my genius plan is?
What?
I spin around, yell, keep away, and I toss it to Senka.
So if you're preventing the calamity, then you can just spend a hold to do that. So I'm assuming that this essentially means that, like, you're stepping in and stopping Leon from, like, escalating.
Well, okay, so this is a question. Either this is Leon's good fortune, or this is Taz's bad fortune.
This is Taz's bad fortune.
Okay, then yeah, I spend the 1-to-1 to fucking prevent it.
Absolutely. So, what do you do? Because, like, you have perfect knowledge of how to stop this.
Okay, I just I pick Taz up and put him on my old man shoulder so Leon can't reach him.
Nice.
This is the real bad fortune.
Leon,
being
he's
treated
out of
like a
reach.
child.
No! My crown! Why don't you let me have my crown back?
I blow raspberries at him from the shoulders.
Alright, now
Alright.
Taz is back to neutral fortune.
There you go.
Right.
Now you two are off to see Arukron. While Senka and Leon, I guess, can do something else.
They can do
Wow.
whatever they wish.
Wow. Did you see that? I say to Senka.
You know, you really shouldn't be touching that crown, Leon.
Why though?
You
made me
kind of had
feel
this
good.
coming.
It made me feel good.
Leon, you shouldn't be touching the crown regardless.
Fine. Well, at least he'll sell it. I know, actually, shouldn't I get money for that? That's not adventurous.
So I guess while they go to see Arukron, you guys can go set up reservations at the inn or something.
I'm down with that.
Nice.
I would like to get rid of some of these disabilities.
Nice. Right, so, but we could just say you guys, like, do that. You guys go to the inn and, have word out for when they come back. So, first we'll do... No, we'll do that first. We'll do... So, Senka and Leon, you guys find, the closest inn. It's...
What is it called?
What is it called? What is it called? Let's go. Let's find out.
Is it galloping something?
Galloping something?
Oh no,
What?
I'm just asking. No, is it galloping something? What?
You know what? Fine, it's the prancing pony.
Wow. Is it actually just a Shane in store thing? It's like chained. It's franchised.
No, it's not the prancing pony. That's actually from Lord of the Rings. We're not doing that. It's called the Eastern Echo.
Edgy, I like it.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
shit! I just realized something, Neo.
What?
I should have said this. So, a lover in every port. When you enter a town you've been
Ooh.
to before,
Oh god.
my call. Roll plus charisma.
So you've been to Custer before?
Absolutely. So I'm
He's
gonna
been
roll-
everywhere.
So I'm gonna. Actually, I'm just gonna take this. I'm gonna paste this whole thing just so you can see what.
Yeah, I
the-
know about Lover in Every Port. Yeah, roll charisma.
Oh man.
Was this old flame a guy or a gal?
It was.
Guy,
What?
guy.
Yeah, actually, yes, it was a guy.
Yes!
Alright.
I remember him well. His name was David.
Alas, poor David.
Oh, are you sure it was David or was it Davish and he's an elf?
Or was it David? He was
Could have
Hey,
been
hey,
David.
hey! You ain't dragging
Snake.
my poor Davish into this.
Are you objecting to Davish being?
I am
One of Leon's
objecting
lovers.
to him being one of Leon's lovers.
Okay. You know what? I'll just since I'll decide the rest of this for you. You know what? You know what he looks like? I'm gonna tell you right now. He's just straight up Indiana Jones.
Damn.
There you
Nice.
go. There you go.
Yes, we had lots
see
in
him.
common.
There he is. Just exactly as you remember him. He's he's sitting at the bar by the end. At the
Well,
lower
Leon
floor of
just
the inn.
Leon just says, "So Shenka, look how a master works." Howdy there.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I'll be.
Well, I'll
Leon
be
Evataf.
David. We meet again.
What brings you back to Custer?
Not much. How's the wife?
Still dead, Leon. Still dead.
Yeah. Figured. Well, you know, I'm on adventures. You know, what about you? You're on adventures? You're still experimenting?
I've taken a job here in Custer. I'm more of a bodyguard now.
Boring. Say, why not help out an old friend? Compadre, amigo, lover.
And what reason would I have to do that?
I got coin.
Coin? Really?
Hey now. I mean, I'm still available, you know.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, by the way, here's Shenka, my current companion.
Okay, yeah, he kind of eyes you at the word companion. It's like, I'm assuming...
Oh no, not like that.
Okay.
Senka's a little disgusted at hearing that implication.
He, nods to you, tips his hat.
Senka does a little curtsy.
Shenka, David, Shenka. Shenka, this is an old friend of mine.
I can see that. You two
What?
seem to have some history.
Ah, yes. You know,
Too much history. He takes a swig of his drink.
oh yeah, I remember it. We were young, experimental. His wife had recently passed.
Why do you keep bringing up his wife?
Why not?
What help do you want?
Oh, you know, we're trying to look for a few things. Wait, what the fuck is our current plot thing? Sorry, Neil, I just forgot it.
The current plot hook is finding out like shit about the tome.
We're trying to
and all
find
that.
shit. We're trying to find out stuff about the tome.
What tome?
A tome of suck.
Hey! You know this guy is. You met him. He was a self-styled archaeologist. Absolutely, like actual indie.
Yeah.
So
You know,
maybe he'll butt heads with Taz. Who knows?
Well, we found a tome, yeah, that apparently has the ability to suck things in via a vortex thing.
No one actually remembers what it's really
Did you
called.
find the most unusual
yeah.
bestiary?
Yes, that was it.
That
Yeah,
is quite the find.
Yeah, I currently don't have it because my two other companions have it, and they went off to sell my crown.
Crown? What crown?
That was a really nice crown I found. Made me
It's a-
feel good.
It's a crown that makes him really obnoxious.
There's something out there that can make him more obnoxious?
You'd be surprised, but yes.
Crown.
They're just jealous.
The description does sound familiar. I think I remember hearing something about a crown like that.
Ooh.
Tell you what. You give me the crown, and I'll help you.
Thank God we need to find them.
Alright, let's go get him.
Yep.
Alright, so you guys run off after them, and we'll cut to them. Arriving at Ericron's shop. I'm assuming Taz is still on Edgar's shoulder.
No.
No, I put him back down like immediately.
I'm currently on Goldfinger's shoulders.
Kaz realizing how much he liked being carried around.
I've gotten lazy in my young age.
So yeah, following the instructions of Bradley, you find this dusty corner shop that sells books. Where he told you Erukron runs that store and would likely help you out.
So I head on in.
Alright. You head on in. There's like even more dust inside than initially you thought. You cough a little bit. There's an old man at the counter reading a book.
I head on over.
Hello?
Hello. What's that you're reading there?
This, I'll be honest. Well, to be perfectly honest, he holds up the book and the pages are blank. I was mostly pretending. I like to look busy so people don't bother me.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to have bothered you then. I am looking for a man named Aracron. I was
found
pointed
him.
in this direction. Oh, perfect. I'm already feeling a little bit thing about this because I'm about to ask him to do even more work. I was told by Bradley back in Kansas that you might be able to help me with something.
Hey, Bradley. You had a meeting with Bradley?
We did some volunteer work for him.
Oh, that explains it. Alright, what is it you need?
We've come with 3 artifacts. I must confess that I myself am a bit of an archaeologist, but a couple of these were quite beyond my knowledge, and I pull out the chest and the tome of suck, and the cloak.
So the chest has the cloak. So
Yeah,
you pull out
yeah.
chest with the
I pull
crown,
out chest with a cloak,
chest.
crown. Yeah.
Alright.
I missed a beat there.
Very interesting. Very interesting. He immediately gravitates towards the tome. My god. Now this is quite a find. He inspects it. He doesn't open it, obviously. This is the most unusual bestiary. Last I had heard of it, this was discarded into the middle of the mud ocean.
Well, it's somehow
when it-
wound up on the wrong side of the country.
Interesting. Yes, this book comes and goes a lot. I found it, quite odd that it should end up with you.
I wasn't the one who found it. It was found in the acid moors, I believe, just lying in some shrubbery.
Something to do with vines, I think.
Vines. What color?
Purple, if memory serves.
Were they?
Were they purple?
Yes, they were. They were. He looks over it a bit more. Yes, yes. I've heard tale of that happening before. This book has quite a history. It can serve you well, but if you ever fumble with it, the consequences could be dire.
We've seen that firsthand. The old man right here, has taken down he's taken down some creatures from the mist with it, a pain elemental, I believe it was.
Edgar nods.
That is interesting. So I'm assuming you'd like to know more about this then.
Yes. Specifically, how we can better control it.
Well, there are a few things you may not be aware of. For one, it actually is possible to read it without being sucked in.
How do we go about this?
He says, watch closely. And he taps the book twice. May I read you? And the book shakes a little bit and it unlatches. And he opens it up and no vortex comes out. It is very important not to... Now, while you can read it safely like this, it's very important not to turn the page past the last entry. So once you get to the last thing you trapped in the tome, do not turn the page further or it will try to capture whatever is in front of it. He's kind of thumbing through the pages. You know, it's amassed quite a collection, having had quite a history.
Is there any
And
way
it comes-
to retrieve what's been sucked into it?
That I do not know. I've definitely... I believe I've heard tales of something like that before. This tome has layers to it. It's got quite a few rules, and he's
Like
thumbing
an
through it.
onion?
Yeah, he gets to the page with the pain elemental. This was the last entry.
Which it should be. Unless there's been any late night sucking I'm unaware of.
You're very lucky. If you have used it liberally up until this far. You see, that's the second rule about this book. You can't trap the same thing twice. The book doesn't like it when you try to do that. Its rules for that are odd. Well, while you wouldn't be able to, for example, trap another grime pest with it, it seems every human it traps is counted as an individual rather than as a whole of the species. It depends on how sentient the creature is, I suppose.
Okay. I was about to ask out of character if halflings counted, but that pretty much answers it.
Yeah.
Elves
He's,
definitely don't, though.
Again, he's thumbing through it. It's like, this has amassed quite a few creatures already. But I'm not noticing too many that are native to Hemlock, so you should be fortunate for most encounters should you wish to whip this out.
Be careful not to fill it up
Yeah.
too much now.
And so yeah, he closes it and latches it very carefully. Yes.
I hand that back to Edgar when he...
That's...
when
But
he's done
that
with it.
is all I know of the most unusual bestiary.
That's
I-
very helpful. Edgar makes it disappear into his robes.
Right. There is a place where you would be able to find out more, actually. Because
Oh.
I happen to know where the last owner of the book is.
In the book?
No. He's the one who ditched it in the Mud Ocean. After a harrowing adventure with it. He knows more about it than anyone. In fact, that's where I got most of my information from, but he was unwilling to share its deepest secrets with me. Perhaps you could wring it out of him.
Oh,
He
and
lives in the Cypress jungle, in the city of Terrebone.
how far away are
his
we?
name
Oh,
is
fuck.
Oh, that's a good sign.
I hate Terrebone, it's full of pricks.
The stats say that out loud.
You hear it as you approach the shop,
No,
even
he
though it's out of
doesn't.
character.
Yeah. His name is Firas.
Fear ass?
Firas.
Fear ass?
Leon says as he comes into his name is Firas, and then from the door, Firas. Leon says as he opens the with Senka in tow. But yeah,
Most
so yes,
unfortunate
Senka and Leon arrive.
Most unfortunate name. Oh, by the way, Taz, the crown.
Oh, yes, of course. You arrive and the first thing you ask about is this bloody crown.
No, we're giving it to a guy who knows thing about the book.
Yes, that's what we were about to do. It's all on the table here. It's all on the counter.
Hey now, I have personal history with this guy. He's getting the crown.
Arukron kind of raises his hand. Who are you two?
Oh,
I am Leon Eopath. Adventurer, vampire killer.
Yes, never mind him. He's...
And the young woman is...
I'm Senka. You may have heard of my family, but that's irrelevant.
Your family, a family. Oh my. Yes. He looks you up and down. You wouldn't happen to have any unusual abilities, would you?
I may. Why?
No, if your family is the family I'm thinking of, then I suspect what may have happened to bring you here.
Well, let's just say that I'm not on good terms with my family anymore.
Yes. Well, whatever happened to you, word of advice, whatever your abilities are, trust them as much as you trust any stranger.
I'll keep that in mind.
So she should trust them a lot?
Arikron sighs and says, "So, who is this man who wants the crown?"
Oh, it's an old friend of mine, David. You know,
No.
I'll call...
Oh, the archaeologist.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Yes, he should be able to help you quite a bit. He knows Terrebone quite well, from what I remember.
Bone.
Well, in any case, you're in good hands with good old David.
Heck, oh yeah, I know, from experience.
I walk up to David, extend my hand. My name
David's
is...
not... did David come with you?
I don't think so. I think we
think so.
left him in the tavern.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I assumed that he had
No.
been brought along.
Well, he's been... Oh, yes, I seem to remember him asking around about the a crown like this. Ah, yes, the crown of ego. Yes, he should be quite happy with this.
What kind of stupid name is that?
It's quite fitting for what it did to us when we wore it.
It doesn't do anything when you put it on someone's head. Yes, put it on your
Now-
head.
I'm not
I
putting
wouldn't
it on my
recommend
head.
that. And now he looks to the chest. And what is this final object then?
I click the chest open. I have not tested this yet, and I don't quite know what it is. We found it in a vampire's domicile, let's say. Well, in his crypt.
A vampire
Yeah.
I killed.
He looks at it. Oh, This is quite a beautiful cloak.
That I can't deny.
He looks at it and I think I know what this is. Hold on. I'll need to test it out and demonstrate its capabilities to confirm. Do you mind?
Of course.
It's just gonna
of
be some
course
Harry
not.
Potter shit.
Alright, he takes the cloak out, he puts it on. And he takes out a dagger and he throws it to Leon.
Sir, I don't need a dagger.
Oh, do me a favor, try and stab me.
Oh, okay. He goes to stab him.
Right, so when you go to stab him, he shudders the cloak around him, and your dagger disappears into the cloak, and then grows legs and just runs out of the store.
This is my favorite
Screaming.
magic item. I'm keeping it.
Well, I'll be damned. Thanks.
It's almost as good as the stick.
Yeah, he takes the cloak off. It's as I thought. It's the Cloak of Silent Stars.
Man, that's an unfitting name. We should call it the Cloak of Giving Legs.
The cloak bends fate, time, and reality. For whomever is wearing it, but
So,
well, let's say whoever wears this had best be very creative. You see, the cloak lets you break the rules, so to speak, of reality to avoid danger, but it can't do the same thing twice.
I
Like-
love this item. Man, yeah. Say that. What's its
And,
name again? So I gotta
The
keep
Cloak
that.
of Silent Stars, and I'm
Cloak of
going
Silent
to just paste its magical item description.
that seems interesting, but a bit cowardly, honestly.
There you go. Look at that.
Hey, Taz,
Yes.
maybe now you can actually fight.
Essentially, it has 7 uses. And it's 1 for each stat.
Okay.
It lets you just say what you're defying danger with. And, regardless of how much sense it makes. So, yeah, for instance, he used Wisdom to, force... to, bend the reality and, force the dagger to grow legs and be scared of him.
Doesn't that mean now it only has 6 charges left?
No,
And
it's
even-
per person.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so
I
we can do hand-me-downs with this cloak. I'm taking it
Yeah.
first because I'm selfish.
Alright.
That
You're going
cloaks
to wear
don't
the
fit.
cloak.
Cloaks don't fit me.
Yeah, the cloak actually, shrinks to your size.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Taz, let's try it. I'm gonna roll to punch Taz.
I'm not wasting a
God.
use of it on that. I'm not defending using the cloak.
I'm rolling strength.
Is this how the thing...
No.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Swede, the good fortune earlier on, well, the bad fortune that was the thing meant I'm not getting punched in the face today. by
Oh,
you.
okay. So, you rolled a 4, so, basically what happens is Ericron just kind of, reaches out his walking stick and, you roll your face right into it.
Whoa!
He just, kind of thwacks you with it. No.
Ow. Goddamn old man. I was gonna test it.
We're not wasting a magic item like this on such a banal set of circumstances. This could save our lives in a pinch.
I save my life always with my skill, grace, and just dashingness.
Who's the one who keeps healing you in fights?
Edgar makes sure he's not wearing a crown
Nassim?
right now.
Yeah, he's not. Well, alright. That's all you needed to know then. I'd recommend finding David, giving him this crown, but do take care to tell him not to touch it with his bare flesh.
Okay. So he was at that pub. What was that thing called again? It was called something. Yeah, no, I know the way.
The Eastern Echo.
The Eastern Echo. I've been
Yes.
there before. Good times.
Good
Alright.
times with David?
Oh no, actually, this time it was a lady. I don't think she lives here anymore.
Hmm. Okay. So.
Let us depart.
Leon, I have to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This lady, it wasn't David's wife, was it?
I think so.
Leon
You think it
Evertav,
was, or
dashing
you think it
hero of
wasn't?
Homewrecker.
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes.
Alright, so you guys make your way back to the Eastern Echo.
So,
David's
hi
still
again,
there.
David.
Hello.
So, give him the crown.
I must ask, I've been dragged around today, why are we... No offense, David, but why are we giving you this crown?
Well, if-
That's pointed at Leon more than anyone else.
He says, well, because it belongs in a museum.
You belong in a museum.
I have no response to that, because the archaeologist part of me feels bad saying no, but the I'm in a foreign country and need loot part of me, like, no. I hand over the crown. I don't hand it over, I do say, now, be careful not to touch this with your bare hands, this has an effect on people.
Oh, I've heard. It's that powerful, just bare flesh alone.
Yeah, you still go on about that. You still go on about that goddamn museum, David. You know, you could have been a great adventurer if you just didn't was such a bore. See Leon here. He's on the same track as you, but
Did
I'm
you just
turning him
refer to
over.
yourself
You
in
mean
the third
Taz here.
person?
You see Taz here, yeah.
Yeah, I meant Taz.
Yeah. Well, I
I'm
know
trying
we have differing opinions, let's say, Leon. And he's gonna says like, and believe me, once I have enough artifacts, my museum will open and it will be exquisite.
Do I still get first day tickets for it?
What?
You do remember that you said you were gonna give me tickets for the first day? Special tickets for the grand opening.
Yes, okay.
Good.
So yeah, he wraps it in a velvet cloak and calls over somebody who and asks them to, bring it to his place. Store it, stash it. And this said person silently nods and runs off with it.
Never
Right.
to be seen or heard from again.
Throwaway characters.
Yeah, so yeah, David raises a glass and says, So, yeah, I know this one story, pointing to Leon. What are the rest of you doing here?
I'm here searching for artifacts and relics, and I've got kind of a need to find something quite worthwhile, some money troubles back home.
Ah, man after my own heart.
Now, I don't want to... I do appreciate you saying it belongs in a museum, and in most other circumstances I would agree, but I'm afraid the things I find probably aren't going to end up in a museum in this country, at least. Just going to be upfront with you.
Oh, no problem. There's enough history around for everyone. And he looks to Edgar, and you?
More of a mission of discovery, keeping these folks safe. They've got quite the future ahead of them.
And finally he looks to Senka, and you, my lady, seem to be traveling with folks a bit below your station.
Finally, someone recognizes that. Yes, no, I am, let's say, on vacation from my family.
A noble. From which city, may I ask?
Tenzis.
Ooh. Well, Tenzis does carry quite a bit of influence throughout the Confederacy, although you might find that not everyone will respect your heritage, especially
I'm
outside city
finding that-
walls.
I'm finding that to be more and more the case, and I'm not sure I appreciate it.
What now?
Well, I'm assuming if you came from Arukron, correct?
That is correct. We just paid him a visit about some artifacts we'd found.
So I'm assuming you know we're going to Terrebonne then. Yeah,
That's-
takes a swig of his drink.
That does seem like the likely next stop for us if we want to discover more about this.
Yep, and he points out. Now, we'll leave in the morning, but I feel I should warn you. Terrebonne isn't as nice as Tenzis or Custer.
I've got means of defending myself.
Yes, well, physically so, and, well, let's just say, brace yourself when you arrive at the gates.
Okay, so you know how I hyped up the mist was really bad and we're gonna die there and it's terrible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can ignore that because the mist turned out to be a cakewalk for us, but no, Terrebonne is exactly as bad as my earlier outburst would indicate.
And, especially for us as we go in, because, while I know Firdas does live there, he's quite secretive. And, to track him down, we'll likely have to talk to the guard captain, Mr. Perot.
We may simply need an object of his.
I wouldn't know where to find, and, well, Mr. Perot isn't exactly the most cordial type.
Oh man, we're gonna miss fucking Mardi Gras. We're going tomorrow.
So, before we do that, do you have any business you'd like to take care of in Custer or around?
Oh no, I can't think of anything. Do we want to do Mardi Gras? Real talk. We can do Mardi Gras.
Do Mardi Gras? That sounds great.
It's really unprofessional. We can't say the reason. We gotta think of an excuse. Can't have David thinking we're a bunch of slouches.
Yes, we could use a couple days of rest. I'm feeling quite weak myself.
Good save.
Ah, yes, he's looking at you. He kind of realizes, Tenzis. I don't suppose you were in the mist.
We may
No.
have been.
And, he looks at, Edgar, weak, his legs kind of shaking. Leon, with several, looking like a burned victim.
Oh,
Senka,
I'm
a bit
stunned,
shaky.
so I don't know how you're going to demonstrate
and,
that.
yeah, and Taz just looking generally coming across as out of it. Yeah, you should probably rest around for a few days.
I don't
Yeah.
think Fearass is going anywhere.
So that we have let's say it'll be 3 days at a civilized inn.
What's that on the payment chart?
Well, that's a week. It only says that in terms of weeks. So let's say we'll cut that into 3. So it'll be 10 minus your charisma for per room per person.
Wait, question.
What?
How much?
Per room per night. So 10 minus your charisma.
Can I try to use my status as a noble to the best of everyone's knowledge to get them to comp the charge?
That sounds like a parlay. I'll let you do that.
Okay, how do I do that?
Go up to the inn's owner
I
And
go up to the inn's owner.
state your purpose, your leverage, and then roll charisma.
Good.
So does it mean I'm even paying anything for what I...
It might not. We'll have to see how this goes out.
We'll find out. So I guess then Senka walks up to the inn owner, and everyone talks about getting a room and so on and so forth. But then Senka says, "Excuse me, I am Senka Hawkmere of the Hawkmere family in Tenzis, and I'm traveling on official business. I believe you can comp our fee for the night."
All right, roll charisma.
All right, and fuck.
Yeah, he's like, "Nah, ain't buying it."
She scowls in response.
He takes a drink and is gonna say, let's say for the group use, since it's 3 days, 10 minus. Actually, that's less.
I wouldn't even
Did you
pay
say-
anything for
Did
like
you say
10
cha
minus
or
charisma.
charisma?
You know what? Actually, let's just say it's 4 coin. 5
Okay.
coin. No, yeah, 5 coin per person
For like per day or free or the whole.
for the whole 3 days.
Okay, so-
we'll say
Alright,
just I'm
5
taking
coin.
like all your charisma into account. So yeah,
Alrighty, so
Yeah,
yeah, I put
each
down the
you-
money.
yeah. Are you each getting separate rooms, rooming together?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'll get a separate room.
I am getting
Nice.
a separate room. I need to be able to sit and write. I need quiet from Leon. Definitely.
Very good. Very good. All right. So you all have rooms for 3 days in Custer, and you can mill about and do your business
How
if
much
you like.
is it was?
I'm gonna keep writing up. I'm gonna keep writing up like on the creatures of this land, not like bestiary. Well, actually no. So here's what I do over the couple of days. I'm like writing my own kind of thesis on like the vampire clans, and I'm also, now that we know the trick to it, I am perusing that bestiary.
All right.
Double tap, will allow me to read you, and I read, and do I glean anything kind of interesting from it?
Roll int.
Let's do this. I'm stunned. But, hey, that's a 10. Oh no, it is an 11. It
Alright.
accounts for that.
Yeah. So. Well, what were you hoping to find?
Actually, you said most of the creatures were from outside Hemlock, but just what can I gather about creatures of Hemlock?
I'm gonna pull up my bestiary, and I am going to just give you some entries.
Okay.
Yeah, so that this will be a complete list of every creature that has been caught by the bestiary, so that you know.
Do you need some time to look that up? Because I have a thing.
Sure.
Okay. So, Edgar knocks on Taz's door.
Oh, yes. Hello?
He opens the door and says, young Taz, I seem to have altered your fortune, and I'd like to take another reading.
Of course.
He nods and says, I'll be in the corner. He just sits quietly in the corner and meditates.
Taz just kind of awkwardly asks, do you need me to do anything?
Nope. Just stay in the room.
Okay, then. I go back to writing.
Fucking crushed it.
Nice.
Oh, that's an even result. So you're gonna have bad fortune.
Very good.
But
That's
I have
awesome.
3 hold to fix it.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, so... Alright, so, Taz. You find of Hemlock native creatures, they're, in addition to the Grime Pest and the Pain Elemental, there is also a Daukabara, a drained monkey, a gall brute,
Of course.
and a dirt devil.
Not many. So, okay. Can I try and do another actually? I know this is like... Am I pushing it? Because I have another question.
You can do, well, what's your other question? You did roll it 11.
I want to kind of chart, like, what country... Like, from the creatures in it, kind of chart the bestiary's journey. Like, where it's been. Or is that a bit too, like...
Well, pretty much every country you've heard of, and some you haven't.
That's what I mean, chart its journey, like, We don't have to, like, do it now, but just kind of, like, a timeline of where this has been.
A timeline, that'll be a bit harder, but you definitely notice, no, there are beasts from, like, every country you've heard of, and some that you haven't.
So it's so this thing has traveled. So there should be there should be a legend about this in every country.
Yeah, probably.
There we go. Now I've got my thesis to write about. Just local legends about a most unusual bestiary, just how every country thinks of it.
Alright.
Is it a full bestiary? As in, like, not just an image, but also, like, really detailed descriptions?
Yeah, detailed descriptors. An image, very high quality image. Like, jumping off the page. High quality. And there's, like, it charts down, like, its biology, where it lives, its native country, and all that.
Cool.
How aggressive it is socially and all that.
Okay, wait, so basically what we found is a Pokédex.
Essentially.
But you also find, you do occasionally find the odd, like, human being and, like, elf or halfling in there.
Yeah, that's another thing I was thinking about but didn't think to ask, is like, because when I asked, like, is there a way to free people from this, that was part of the question.
Well,
Like, if we get sucked in there, can we get out? And if there are people in here, okay, that's... I don't want to keep going on with questions, but are there, like, dates in this thing for, like, when something was caught?
yep.
Okay, so
It does list those down.
how far back does this thing go?
How old?
Yeah.
Few thousand years.
Oh, okay, who's the oldest person in there?
Oldest person or oldest creature?
Oldest person. Like human, halfling, elf,
Right.
dwarf. A sentient race.
Yeah. The oldest person seems to be an orc named Sorrow.
Sorrow.
Yeah.
On?
Yeah, his name is Sorrow, and you see, he's actually on like page 4, like that's how early he is.
And how far back are we looking? Like century, like decades, centuries, millennia?
This guy was caught about like 4,000 years ago.
Okay.
So what's the difference between him and the next thing?
Him and the next thing,
Yeah.
between Sorrow and then just like the next page over.
Yeah.
Well, the next page over, we'll say, is like a rabid wolf. And it's just a general. The rabid wolf's just a general. Like a general, like encyclopedia you'd read about like wolves and stuff.
Yeah, but what's the date on it?
That's like a year after Sorrow was caught. Yeah. So Sorrow, what you do notice the difference, like between the general, beasts, they're very encyclopedia-like, but Sorrow is just giving him like a full-on, biography of who he was and what happened to him.
Okay, so this thing not only catches the book itself is sentient enough to know esoteric details.
Yeah.
About
for example,
people.
you see that Sorrow was a slave.
Oh.
In a country you have never heard about. And he was caught by the he was caught as a test. It does note down of this very book by its creator.
Okay. There we
To
go.
see
Now
what
I've-
would happen.
So now Taz has a lot to write about, and now he does want to know if he can release people from this, because cruel as it is, that's a bit of a marvel, you know?
Mm,
Granted,
Well-
probably won't be able to speak to him, but
yeah, well, that'll be something to find out later.
yeah.
Tracking down more info about this book. So yeah, that's what you come up with when poring over this book. So Leon, Senka, what are you guys doing over these 3 days?
Oh, I'm taking it easy. You know, I think I might have to find a doctor for my things. My scarred. I can't be scarred anymore.
You have general care, over the next 3 days. Your burns are healing.
Am I still scarred?
No, after the 3 days are over, no.
Otherwise,
Senka.
Leon is taking it easy peasy.
Yeah, Senka, what are you
Healing.
doing?
So after the 3 days, am I just going to be like healed no matter what? I don't have to take like a day of downtime or something.
Oh yeah, you'll be healed.
Okay. In that case, I guess Senka is going to explore a bit.
Custer?
Yes.
Alright. We'll say, alright, well, what are you looking for? Anything in particular, or just seeing what there is to see?
I think she just kind of wants to see what's around.
Well, it's definitely a much busier city than Tenzis. You notice there's a lot more people milling about in general, and people of all different stripes as well. Like, that in Tenzis, in general, the nobles kept to the castle area, and the peasants and the regular citizens kept to like the market area. But there's just people of all different stripes and class milling about in the just general business in Custer.
My God. The insanity.
Yeah.
I guess maybe she'll like go into some stores and look around at things and just kind of take in the culture
All right.
of the city.
Cool. All right. And
Okay,
ooh,
think about it.
You know what? I'll just say this once. I'll say you guys are under the Kale of Healers. That it just comes with the territory.
Love Kale healing.
So let's say you spend 4 days, not 3, because that's actually just so that Senka can have both of her
That's
things
fair.
marked off. Yeah.
And
Yay.
Kale healing is the best. We're just drinking protein shakes every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I get stunned cleared up as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of you got all your abilities taken off. So yeah. Senka, how do you feel about Custer after your 4 days just milling about?
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Really?
Yes, there's peasants in the streets mixing with nobles, and it's just so disorderly and disorganized compared. And also, the people here don't recognize me.
A few of them do. Like the nobles definitely do.
Well, yeah, but
And they recognize your station. And they treat you as such. Like the nobles aren't like treating the peasants like well. It's still very much I'll get the fuck out of my way kind of thing. Like they're doing different things. It's just that they're milling about in the same area. But they're going to different places. Like the peasants are going to like the bars and like the bargain markets, whereas the nobles are going to like banks and shit.
right.
Yeah.
It's still weird and a little disturbing.
All right.
Are we going to Mardi Gras?
Are you going to Mardi Gras?
I'm going to Mardi Gras.
All right. Well, David. Well, okay. I'll make
Of
this
course,
easy
Leon
for
is
you.
going to.
David. On the 4th day, he says, "So, before we leave, there actually is a bit of an event going on up the road. You might have seen."
Woohoo! Already
Yes,
halfway there.
we meant to stop back in before we depart.
There's not too much to see there, but it'll be fun.
There's something I want to try out there. Put a bit of a test bed for something I'm capable of.
Okay. Let's just try not. Let's go. We'll hang out, have a few drinks, listen to the music, and try not to get swindled out of your money.
I will definitely try.
And also try not to get mugged.
That's pretty much the same as last time, but more violent. Yes, I will try.
And look to Leon, and also try not to get laid.
Hey now, what?
Just Taz just standing in the middle, just kind of like goes, "What?" It's like that one just looking awkwardly at both
Yeah.
of them, like, "What? Where did that come
You
from?"
don't know what those people carry.
Ah.
Sounds a
Oh,
little
wait.
bit racist, but okay.
Oh wait. Oh no, he's right too. Leon having a terrible flashback.
Yeah. You remember getting soul spasms
Ugh.
when
ugh.
you got laid at the last Lizard Mardi Gras.
Though he thinks for a second.
Yes,
you know,
I
Tess,
literally.
You know, Tess, it's fine. You can just go and get laid there. You need to
I-
get laid anyway.
Yes, I did go to a disease generator to get soul spasms.
I mean, I just have soul spasms whenever I talk to Leon, so
Yeah.
don't need a
Yeah,
lizard.
yeah,
venereal
David like
diseases
shakes
for
his
that.
head. Leon here got off easy when he went
Hey,
to
got
Lizard
off
Mardi
easy.
Gras.
Hey.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
I've seen far worse happen to some people. Oh, a mutual friend of ours, motioning to Leon, wound up getting dream scurvy.
Ah, yes. I remember that.
Yeah, I'll remember to bring some vitamin C. Just let's move.
Yes.